Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Oncheer 8076BT. This is an AM, FM, Bluetooth, MP3 Shortwave Retro radio. You can find this selling on Amazon for $15.99 in two colors. You get this dark wood and a light wood color scheme. I love it. I've reviewed a couple of these radios in the past, but they've made quite a few improvements, so we're going to check this out. So yeah, here we go. We got bullet points on the left there. There's the radio. Pretty simple box it comes in. I think it has the exact same thing. Yes, they got light and a dark wood. The dark wood wasn't available. I like the dark. I ended up getting the light oak colored, but I like that dark walnut better. That's just me. I don't know about you guys. There's some more bullet points. And I think the box is the same. All right, on this side. There we go. Let's go ahead and check out what was in the box. We get star of the show, the 8076BT. Awesome looking. I love it. For the price, it's great. Also in the box, you get a charging cable. A little step backwards here. We got USB to micro. They're getting there. It's good to see. Better than a mini, right? Well, some people find minis are better, but there's argument for later. Here's the user manual. Pretty basic thing. Yeah, just can't expect a whole lot here. Got radio operation. Okay, this is just for the people who need the manual. Specifications, we're going to zoom in on that. There you go. Very cool. Shortwave, 5.6 to 22 megahertz. Actually pretty cool. I got a few stations past 20 megahertz today. I was pretty surprised. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Then we got some FCC stuff. And the other side, I think, is almost empty. Got a feature list. There you go. Pretty simple. All right. So let's get to the radio. Yeah, let's have some fun today. So let's look at this bad boy. Yeah, these are real popular. And they're great. There's good reason for it. Low cost, a lot of fun. Bring this on down a little bit. Let's go over dimensions. For length, we have 5 3/4 inches. For height, we have 3 3/4 inches. And for a depth, from the knob to the back where the antenna resides, is a 3 1/2 inch distance. So from that front knob to there, nice. 3 1/2 inches. Awesome. All right, size comparison. I always have your radios on hand. Let me bring this up a little bit. So we have CC Pocket always, C-Crane in the house. I like C-Crane products. I don't know about you guys, but I am a fan. There you go. Cool. Current time, 11:36 p.m. That's Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois, USA. There you go. Next we have CC Skywave 2 AM/FM Weather Alert Airband Shortwave Radio. Pretty neat. Just show you for a little size little comparison. I don't know. There you go. Cool. If you don't have those radios, so I have a deck of cards. Let's see, which I got a couple of them. There we go. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves Oncheers from China land. Ding, 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 ding. Sing it with me. But it's awesome. Gives you an idea for size. All right, cool. So how about features of the 8076BT? It's like a long model number, or the Oncheer Retro. But yeah, so let's go zoom it back down. The improvements are pretty cool. I'll talk about those too as we go. So yeah, the cabinet's got that wood faux look to it. I like it. It's plastic, of course, for $15.99. You can't expect everything, but it does look pretty good. There are a few little defects, maybe little scratches or missing paint, but not too bad overall. It still looks nice sitting on a shelf. Going to the front, which really stood out to me as definitely an upgrade, is this fabric speaker grill. It's pretty awesome. Harkens back to an earlier time. It's neat to see that. That's the newer ones, like the Prunus made this model. It's just plastic. And then I think I did one, a Meyer, I don't know how you pronounce it. There's another radio I did. I think it was also plastic. So this is nice to see that fabric treatment. Lit dial is really nice. You got the black with yellow here. I'll show you this. Yeah, that's pretty sharp. That looks really good. I'll bet you with the darker wood, it looks even better. So that's handy. Of course, there's our dial. You can see we got 3 bands. We got FM on the outside, medium wave on the middle, and then shortwave on the inner. So there you go. And you can see the different band coverages you got. Yeah, AM, you get all the way to 1710, which is nice. And of course, shortwave, you go 5.6 to 22 megahertz. Great. And we'll cover a little bit of shortwave tonight. We'll see what we can pick up. Model number. So for the MP3 player, we have a track back, rewind, pause, play. And we have track forward and fast forward. Now the MP3 player only remembers track, doesn't remember track position. So if you're using it for a long format, you're not going to be happy. You're going to have to fast forward if you turn it off. Here we have a selector switch that jiggles. I took this off and looked in there. This is attached to a post that moves a switch. So I think it's just the post that's the design. So if you don't like it wiggling, you may have to like put some tape on it or something, I'm guessing. Anyway, you got shortwave, you got AM, FM, and then MP3, and then MP3 mode. If you don't have an SD card in, it goes to Bluetooth. So that's a nice thing to have. Of course, our volume control, as you saw there.
Bluetooth mode.
Bluetooth mode, there you go. Awesome. Turn that off. Go to the right-hand side. We got the micro SD card slot, which is not fantastic. I'll put mine in now because we're going to do a radio demo here in a second, audio. So I'll put this in. It sticks out. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that. If you're carrying it around, you might snap it off. You could also use something a little bit better, like one of these micro USB. These are nice because they're all metal. And when you put this in there, even though it sticks out, nothing's going to happen to that bad boy. So if you carry around, you might want to go with that route versus the micro. But I'm going to use the micro for the video. So there you go. Either or for the MP3 player. Here is a micro USB charge jack and a little red light saying it's charging. It's 5 volts, 1 amp input. Top of the radio, you can see more of the Faux Wood treatment. And then on the back here, we have our antenna, which extends out to 16 inches. And I don't know if I mentioned that the front speaker, which I was all excited about the fabric, this is a 2-inch speaker or 52 millimeters. And then also the cool thing, another upgrade to these radios that I'm glad they did, is a battery bay. So now we have a removable, rechargeable battery. So let me show you. Let's open this up. It's a pretty tight fitting door. There we are. So it comes with a 1200 milliamp hour battery. They say it runs for 3 hours. Yeah, it's pretty weak time-wise. So you just get yourself an upgrade. You go with like a Samsung. The color's getting weird here. This is a Samsung that I picked up. This is a 3500 cell. So you almost triple the capacity. So you get about 9 or 10 hours with a battery like this. Where do you get these batteries? This particular one I got from 18650batterystore.com. I'm not an affiliate there, but that's a place where you can get these. Unprotected button tops. That's what fits there. So that's what you need, unprotected button top. The protected button tops will not fit. They're just too long. They won't go in there, unfortunately. But that's nice. It's removable, and yeah, I'm pretty happy. Now, XH Data sells a 2-pack, 3,000 milliamp hour batteries for like around $10 shipped. So that's something to think about as well. If I remember, I'll put that in the description. If not, search it on Amazon there. There we go. Loving that. What a great feature. Okay, FM reception report, then we'll turn it on. FM reception report, I always like to go over it. 5-tier method, fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. I sit in the same spot when I test these radios. For FM, I go through the entire band, and I try to find every station in my area. And I check for tropospheric ducting or e-skipping that may skew results. So yeah, I go through it and we find out what we did, and I log all the stations. This one here found 60. The highest I've ever found was 95, so it gives you an idea. And the lowest I've found is like 10 on a cheap FM radio that couldn't scan very well. But this radio scored 60 stations found, which is decent. Puts it in the good category, 3-star for sensitivity. Now selectivity, I give it an okay to good rating because it does like to latch on stronger stations. It's a digital signal processor radio, of course, for the cheap price. So it tends to latch on stronger. You'll see that as we tune the radio. So it gets okay to good. So overall, about 2 3/4 star rating. Not bad for FM. Still sounds great audio-wise. So I'm going to go ahead and we got that going there. So we're on MP3. So we're going to go ahead and turn this on.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
We'll run this demo for a few minutes. Notice the light doesn't go on. get an idea. So yeah, the volume's a little on the stiff side. So not a big deal. Again, $15.99. I'm still having a lot of fun with this radio. So yeah, that's a demo. Let's see if we got some old-time radio on here.
Minutes ago, I told Irma that in the Arctic Circle, the nights are 6 months long. And Irma said, "Gee, when a girl goes to a dance, her mother must say, 'Be a good girl and try to get home before July.'" Normally those things jolt me, but tonight I'm too busy addressing a stack of envelopes for Richard to waste any time trying to straighten Irma out. "Jane, who are you writing to?" "No one we know, honey. You see, Richard is greatly interested in the primary elections, and he's coming here with a stack of elections."
So there you go. Cool stuff. So let's pause that. And then we'll go to, let's see, I'm thinking, first we'll turn this off. And I'll just take that little card out so I don't snap it. Just something to worry about. So we're going to FM. It's always cool. Go to the bottom of the band. You can see this rotary dial. It has an indicator, but I've noticed that it's fairly accurate or close to accurate on shortwave, and that's about it. You'll see as I go. But it's definitely not something to go by. It'll give you a general idea where you're at, but otherwise, yeah, you're not going to be using that for accuracy. Again, $15.99. I'm still happy. This is still a cool radio. Wait till we get into it. So I'm going to hook up a little wire. Most people will have one of these laying around from a shortwave radio. This came from a PL380. I want to say it's like 12 to 15 foot. It just goes to the inside blinds of my windows. I'm in a subfloor basement, so this will help us get a little extra reception. I'm going to try to do it on a thicker segment there. Let me just see if I can't get that extra piece out there. Here we go. That's a good spot to hook it up to. That's what you want. Nice solid connection. We'll push the rest back in. There we are. All right, great. So let's go to FM. This will help us out and see what we can pick up. Yeah, FM band scan. Then we'll go to shortwave so we can pick up there too as well. Love the dial. Now we're on the radio mode. That comes up. So I'm guessing the MP3 mode, Bluetooth is going to use more juice, so they don't want to use it up by turning that light on too. So bottom of the band. Can't hover on the music, so I'll have to go fairly quick.
And there's also prayer and almsgiving, all sorts of articles.
But mainly so many mechanical changes that we've done, which we hope are going to translate into more performance, more predictability, a car that the drivers can really push.
Well, over to tennis and the Qatar Open in Doha, where defending champion and top seed Iga Świątek is...
You set the world in motion, created everything I see.
Okay, so that's 92.7, and you can see we're reported at 94. Stands factory at night.
Cause I've still got a lot of fire left in me.
That's right, the Knicks are 10 games on scale.
For anybody who's struggling with their weight,
Will rock.
Get back in my
Good music tonight.
We're at WDRV.com for week 7 of Blow This Town. 4 nights, all inclusive at the Ryu Palace, Macau. Dominican Republic. Get ready to tap the track. Coming up next. on the drive.
Cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Monday, February 19th at the Holiday Inn Hotel in Rockford. Yeah.
98.7.
In Rosemont on Thursday, May 2nd. Tickets start at $10. Get your...
Most of these fellas think they be macking, but they be acting. They attracted with that.
Smash and grab, yeah, nasty.
Side to see what fits them best.
Don't get a response if you've had an allergic reaction to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may
Yeah, but they come at me like Trojan and it wouldn't be me.
All hands are in the air, and away from here. I'd like to say that I'm down on my knees today.
I'll start while you're thinking. Okay. I flew, because I was living between New York and Chicago at the time. And I flew to New York to surprise my girlfriend at the time.
Coming up, the latest in traffic and weather and WBBM headlines. It's 11:54.
Attention, Brainiacs.
So now we're getting accuracy 105.9. It's pointing at 106, so that's good.
To the most interesting events in Chicago.
Listen to News Radio 105.9 WBBM at 6:22 a.m. and 7:22 a.m. weekday mornings for your chance to play and win.
Gulf Mill Ford is taking $12,000 off F-150s.
The chain, Tono for the watch, Prezi plain Jane.
Słuchasz Polskiego Radia 1030 1300 AM oraz 104.7 FM.
All you little turds, can't take the pipe with your
Okay, I think that's it. All right, cool. So let's turn this down. We'll go to shortwave all the way down on the selector. We'll go to the bottom because we're probably going to pick up stations. This is probably up to around 10 megahertz, hopefully. So shortwave, fun.
As a streaming house is very abstract and sharing time with the group.
Como parte de la colección del dicen que tal vez sea verdad. De Nueva York y la poesía, de la que se ha ido derramando en cada verso, en cada poema, en cada libro publicado. Ha dirigido y fundado
de qualité on a emmené le bateau jusqu'au Sicile, écrit en Espagne, navigué avec la famille pendant les vacances scolaires. Et maintenant,
como en español, entre las
Show again today in the strong and powerful name of
CHU, Canada. So, quite a good little radio here. Enjoying it.
You have been listening to WLC Radio. This program, as well as past episodes of Radio WLC, are available for downloading on our website. These are great for sharing with friends and Bible studies. It is also a wonderful resource for those worshipping Yahweh alone.
I think this is 9330, so you can see the accuracy. We're at 9.3.
Programs, visit our website at worldslastchance.com. Click on the Radio WLC.
This is Maine on the East Coast.
The homepage. This will allow you to download the episodes in your preferred language. There are also articles and videos of...
I think this is WRMI out of Florida. Not coming in great, though. The music there? There's a lot on the band. There we go. That's cool.
Just a total of 413 letters. That's all. Just...
National Institute of Standards and Technology Times. This is radio station WWVH Kauai, Hawaii, broadcasting on internationally allocated standard carrier frequency, providing time of day, standard time numbers, and other information. Inquiries regarding these transmissions may be directed to the National Institute of Standards and Technology, radio station WWVH, Post Office Box 417, Kikaha, Hawaii, 96752. Aloha.
That's pretty cool.
At the tone, 6 hours, 0 minutes, Coordinated Universal Time.
We're almost done with the shortwave. But there today, you'll pick up all kinds of stations up through here.
Agréable, avec un maximum d'informations sur la Roumanie et les Roumains. Bonne écoute.
I got surprised to find that too. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch to the AM band, which is pretty awesome. I was picking up quite a bit the other night. So let's go ahead, go to the bottom of the AM band, and we don't need the wire for that. We use the internal antenna, and we'll go ahead and just push this, get that tucked back in there. All right. Turn it up.
But I mean, what you saw happen was why people talk about.
So during the day, I noticed this was good for locals, and actually some semi-locals too as well. The stations are great coming in AM. I'm pretty surprised. There's a little bit of noise floor with the radio. You'll hear some hissing that you might be able to remove with the passive loop, like a Trick Advantage.
Was a KKFI disc jockey and mother of two, Lisa Lopez. President Biden is the man.
Okay, I think that's CFCO, Chatham, Ontario. Nice, it's 6:30.
Friday, we do look for some showers, and some of that changing over to some snow with light accumulation to high in the mid-50s. But it moves out quickly on Saturday.
Playing the best vintage country music in the overnight hours. This is WSM Classics.
So that's cool. Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles south. Nice picking that up clear. Loving it. Yeah, the other night I was too. It was great.
Edges out Green Bay on the road 58-57. The Norse visit Milwaukee Saturday at 8 o'clock on Fox Sports 1360. A member of the Big Red Machine is being remembered.
He was from Lynn, Kentucky. Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame pitcher Don Gullett has died. He joined the Reds.
I believe this is 670 the score. Or wait, this might be 700.
Pitched in 75 and 76 when the Reds.
The Sound Thinking would not comment on the status
yeah, that's
of the
what that
contract
was. This is 670.
Neither would the mayor's office.
This is 670 The Score, WCR, Chicago. The other one was WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio.
For Highland Park
700.
home, 34-year-old Gladys Ibanez Olea is charged with human trafficking and involuntary servitude. Investigators say she arranged.
Got to go
But
back.
Kyle Shanahan did. He invoked his name.
That was 720 we were listening to. It bounces around with DSPs, but the Hall effect I heard, that's 720 WGN. This here is 670.
Patrick Mahomes led a drive, ran on a 4th down, had another big run, scored a touchdown. That happened against.
Because they're always sports. I was wondering why there was news like that.
And had to call a timeout during the overtime. Gave up way too many chunks.
At a very broad scale, and that does include specific local markets. That's really the
700
beauty of
WLW.
network. You're not serving the same
You could just
message
double check.
to a consumer.
Got the old Skywave out.
Necessarily that you may be in New York.
This one allows
You
me
have the
to
ability
enter the
be
frequency.
Very specific and very personalized.
Oops, on my
but at a
channel.
tremendous
There,
scale.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all. From national
So you can check with the digital radio. But yep, 700.
stations, trusted influencers, and the insights
300
and
miles
data you
east.
need to grow. Not just a media company. iHeartMedia is your
Back, News Nation's Raquel Martin reports.
Speaker Johnson is not
720 WGN,
The
Chicago.
House will not be jammed or forced into passing a foreign aid bill that
740 Zoomer Radio. It's awesome. CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles to the northeast. Told you it's a good little radio.
The White House says Ukraine is running out of weapons it needs.
Yeah, it bounces around a little bit.
Social media said the person responsible was detained and the luggage.
Strong stations next to each other. This is 780 WBBM, Chicago.
They also said the airline gave travelers 8,000 free miles, hotel room compensation, and a $30 meal ticket. Stacy Lynn.
Lightwinds.com. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies supplements. Changing the world one life at a time.
I like your product.
Cancel your appointment because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
We gave the FBI every opportunity to right that wrong.
The FBI said it does not comment on pending litigation. On East 57th Street, Marla Diamond, WCBS 880 News.
New York City is filing a lawsuit against the companies that own Facebook, Instagram.
So this is 750 miles to the northeast. We're listening to New York City, New York from Chicago. On this $15 radio. Nice.
Commissioner Ashwin Vasan outlined some of the
Okay,
changes
you get the
they're
idea.
looking for.
So that's the AM band. It does a lot. It picks up all the way to the top of the band too. So there it is. The Oncheer 8076BT AM, FM, Bluetooth, MP3 player, shortwave retro radio. I love it for $15.99. It's awesome. Let me give you my final thoughts. Likes. I like the price. The cool retro look, definitely. You can't beat it. The backlit dial, of course, you guys like that too. Decent reception, as you heard on all the bands. A little few birdie tones on the AM band, but until you get tuned in, it's no problem. It has a Bluetooth MP3 player. Wow, that's great. You know, it's nice to have, right? And then it has the removable 18650, which makes it ultra cool. Okay, all the other ones didn't have that. This feature makes it amazing. So, yeah, I'm liking that a lot. You can have extra batteries on hand to pop in if you're going out with this thing, like to a campsite or, you know, wherever you're going, hiking, off the grid, just because it's cool. It's very portable and it does quite a bit. You heard how good it sounds. Fantastic. Throw a wire up in a tree and listen to shortwave all night. Who knows? Or all day even. So I like this. So it's very enjoyable. And then, of course, yeah, that's a removable 18650. Now, wants, I'd like the SD card to sit flush so it doesn't snap off. Definitely. Better... the select switch, yeah, this thing, you know, yeah, I didn't hear it, but it moves around a little bit. Like I said, it's just the way it's mounted to a little plastic piece that moves a switch. Internally, there's a switch, and this moves it. So there might be a way to snug it up. I didn't want to tear the whole radio apart trying to figure that out, so I'm okay with it because it's still solid, still clicks, no problem. It's not like wimpy there. It just doesn't stay put. Like the volume does. The volume's nice and stays there wherever you put it. Then, of course, remembering track position on the MP3 player would be nice. And, of course, a headphone jack would be perfect. I'm sure you could probably install your own if you got the skills. But a headphone jack would be desirable. So there it is, the Oncheer. Hope you guys liked the video. Big like. 2, if you like these retro style radios, want to see more, hit subscribe to the bell icon. And 3, comment below what you think about the Oncheer 8076BT or the Oncheer brand in general. Oncheer is actually impressing me with the stuff they're putting out. So there it is. Great. So yeah, write down below what you think. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in my next video.